The area of the trapezium is 66 centimeters squared. The length of AB to the length of CD is in the ratio 2 to 3. As I don't know the exact length of AB and CD, all I know it's in the ratio 2 to 3. Therefore, I'm going to assign arbitrary letters. This is 2x and this is 3x. As I'm given the area, I know the area for trapezium is always given by the formula half, and in brackets a plus b multiplied by h, where h is the perpendicular height, the height between the two parallel sides. Leaving the half alone, I know my a and my b are my two parallel sides. In this case, my 2x and my 3x. That goes inside my bracket. And I'm multiplying by h, which h is my perpendicular height. Currently, I don't have that perpendicular height. So what I can do is I can work out that height by drawing a right angled triangle here. As I want to work out this perpendicular height, and I'm given only one side of an angle in a right angled triangle, I can apply SOHCAHTOA. I always start by labelling my three sides as H, O and A. H is called the hypotenuse, the longest side, which is always directly opposite the right angle. Here's my right angle, draw an opposite, therefore that's H, so H is 6 centimeters. O is always opposite, the angle I'm finding or given. As I'm given angle 30 degrees, draw an opposite, and that's my O. O is what in this case I'm finding. And whatever's left is my A, i.e. adjacent to my angle. In this case, A is my base here. Writing out my trig formulas, I have SOHCAHTOA. In this case, I know H, and I want to work out the height here, which came out to be O. The only formula that links H and O, in this case, is sine. Using my triangle, you cover up the one you want. As I want O, I cover up O in my formula triangle. Cover up O, whatever you're left with is your formula. Hence, I've got sine of my angle, so sine in this case of 30. We know a vertical line in a formula triangle means to multiply, so multiplied by H, in this case H is 6. Non-calculate paper, you should know sine of 30 is a half, and a half times 6 gives us 3. Now I know the height, therefore, is 3. I can now go back and label the perpendicular height of my trapezium as being 3 centimeters. Now I know that H is 3. I'm times it by 3, and that will give us the area of trapezium, which I know in this case. The area of trapezium is 66. Simplifying the left-hand side, well, inside the brackets, 2x plus 3x, I know will give us 5x. And a half times 3, that's the same as 3 over 2. And that equals to 66. As we're solving for x, we never like dividing. The opposite divide by 2. Technically, we're multiplying both sides of our equation by 2. On the left-hand side, times it by 2 and divide by 2 will cancel. Hence, I'm left with 3 lots of 5x. On the right-hand side, 66 times 2 will give us 132. Again, as I'm solving for x, I know a number outside a bracket means to multiply. The opposite, therefore, is to divide both sides of my equation by 3. On the left-hand side, 3 over 3 will cancel. That leaves us with 5x. On the right-hand side, 132 divided by 3 will give us 44. Again, I don't want 5x, I'm solving for x. A number in front of the letter means to multiply. So the opposite times by 5 is to divide both sides of my equation by 5. On the left, 5 over 5 will cancel, to leave us with x. On the right-hand side, 44 divided by 5. Well, I know 5 divided into 44, 8 whole times. That's 8 times 5 is 40. As I got 44, the remainder is 4. And it's always at the same denominator, so 8 and 4/5. Or as a decimal, 8 and 4/5 is 8.8. As I want to find the length of AB, well, I know AB is my 2x. And 2x in algebra means 2 multiplied by x. And as x is 8.8, therefore 2 times 8.8 will give us 17.6.